Guys, when some of us try to tell y'all that the freaking corporate media, like CBS, MSNBC, fucking CNN, New York Times, like all those places, like they are literally some like the enemies of information. Like people actually trying to find out like what's going on with the economy and all that stuff. Some of us on this platform, like especially us independent guys from from Tim Pool, Young Ripper, Eric July, like libertarians and independents guys, and not some people that's not from the left and the right try to tell you that these people, especially people that are mainstream, they are some of the biggest enemies towards the people that wants to find out what the hell's going on with my taxes, what the hell's going on with these gas prices, what's going on with food going up constantly. It's a lot of people out like us out there that's trying to give people the information, but we get railroaded by people that are more mainstream calling us people like us misinformation, like everything is because of the past administration. But the one thing they want to tell you is that it's because of policies that are currently in place by the current president that's, everything is going sky high right now. And then when people are looking, pointing his direction, saying like, this guy is the one in charge, why are you saying it's somebody else? They will try to play freaking damage control and say, oh no, it's because of this earning other group of people or this other country. Prime example, this whole Ukraine-Russia thing that's going on right now. Russia invading Ukraine, and it's only a matter of time before they take the motherfucker over. It's only a matter of time. People are saying like, where's the United States helping Ukraine? My thing is, can we just stay out of it? Like for real, people just want to get involved with every war that is because apparently these guys are our allies. These guys never gave two crap about us. Never did. They just care about the U.S. money that's funding them. That's all it is when it comes to foreign countries and that's people for assistance. It's all about the money. The U.S. money is always helping out other countries, but it's not helping out themselves. That's why a lot of people are like, let's stop helping out other people who obviously could get too cussed about us. Like that, like that whole Afghanistan thing. It's not what Joe Biden did. It's how he did it. That's what a lot of people are pissed off about. We all said like, we need to stop helping out foreign countries that obviously ain't helping themselves. But that's for another story. But let me just go ahead and show y'all how the mainstream media or mainstream news is trying to put damage control for Joe Biden and saying like, all these gas prices and all these oil prices are going up is because the act of Russia, even though for a whole year before Russia even invaded Ukraine, everything was going up. From gas to oil to food, everything was going up. Now all of a sudden they want to try to pit the blame on the Russia-Ukraine war that's going on. This from the New York Times. Stocks and energy markets saw after Russia attack on Ukraine. Stocks in Europe were sharply lower, but the S&P 500 rebounded after an early decline. Energy market swung wildly, and shares in Moscow collapsed. That's the diagram that was from this article was from yesterday. So, oil prices and global stock market swung wildly on Thursday after Russia launched an invasion of Ukraine, raising fears of a wider economic crisis that could follow. Basically, they mean gas and oil not come to us. Which my thing is, if that was really a problem, and they say it was a problem, why the hell did they shut down the freaking U.S. Keystone pipeline? Why did they cut that? And it was like for real, the United States of America could distribute its own oil. It could clean its own oil, clean our own gas, but instead we are always dependent on foreign countries for gas when we can clearly do it ourselves. And we have people who are willing to work those places in order to do it because they see the economic risk that we're taking. But you would have these crony ass BS politicians in office that are currently in office right now saying like, no, we should be dependent on foreign countries for oil because apparently we can't do it for ourselves. Wall Street started the day with a sharp decline following European and Asian stock markets lower before rebounding. By the market close in New York, the S&P 500 has shrugged off its early losses and closed it with a 1.5% gain. At one point, the price of oil jumped past 105 a barrel, and European natural gas futures soared more than 50%. But energy prices fell after President Biden said the United States and other nations were considering a combined release of oil from strategic reserves. In remarks from the White House, Mr. Biden said the United States was imposing what he described as crushing sanctions that include cutting off Russia's largest financial companies from Western financial markets and restricting U.S. exports of technology to Russia. Okay, you can't really say that that this was all Biden because this has been going on for decades. But the fact that we have been in cahoots trying to get oil and technology from these foreign places, especially when it comes to a lot of things that a lot of people use to like live everyday life. You will see that on those items, most of them says made in China when they can clearly be made. Again, they can be made here, but people, U.S. government thinks you're so damn stupid you don't know how to make it, so they depend on foreign countries. He also said the United States was freezing trillions of dollars in assets, including funds controlled by Russian elites and their families. As Russian forces drove into Ukraine, the potential for a wider war whipsawed the equities market. The war and the sanctions increased the risk of runaway inflation, posing profound questions for the Federal Reserve and other central banks. Worries about inflation has already soared the mood in stock markets this year. You mean last year? And the potential for an invasion of Ukraine only added to those concerns. In the week through Wednesday, the S&P 500 had fallen 5%, and even after Thursday's gain, the index is down 50%. Russia invading Ukraine has added to an already tense year, with investors selling first and asking questions later, said Ryan Dietrich, chief market strategist of LPL Financial. As the day went on, after the initial market losses, people began buying stocks due deeper fears lingered. The Russia-Ukraine crisis could slow global economic growth sufficiently to cause a recession, creating a dilemma for central banks. The inventions have reversed many steep global stock market declines in the past, but they have less room to do so now, guys. This is why a lot of us say mainstream news media is the biggest joke out here. These motherfuckers are literally out here blaming Russia for the gas and consumer prices right now, and stock markets crashing. It's not like these things have been crashing for like the past 8 months now. Like anybody has been paying attention to freaking crypto? Crypto is doing so bad. Like Bitcoin went from 64,000, and I think right now currently they're at 32. That's bad. But that's bad. Freaking people was claiming that at the beginning of 2022, Bitcoin was supposed to be at 100,000 right now. 100,000. That's what the prediction was for Bitcoin. But since you have people in office that are so damn stupid and incompetent, it's screwing it up for everybody trying to get money in their pocket, especially for the little guys such as myself, and also you as well who's watching this video. Guys, Russia like for real. We have politicians that are dependent on foreign countries for oil, but we can do it ourselves. Again, if freaking Biden did not shut down the XL gas pipeline that connects from U.S. to Canada, since is closest, we would not be in a situation when it comes to gas. But they were so focused to take it to Trump and get rid of everything Trump, even if it's to better the economy. We now have Josh Hawley and other politicians saying like, yo, open back up the Keystone pipeline because of we should stop depending on Russia. But they would keep listening to themselves. They don't actually know what's best for us. They are only doing what's best for their pockets, for their leaders. That's what's best for them. But If you guys like I'm saying, like and subscribe, share this video, hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.